Hey, this is Greyson Chance, and you're watching the Permanent Rain Press.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Chloe.
Thank you for speaking with us. We know your show's getting a bit delayed, so we're hopefully get this
Everything
done.
runs late. It's fine.
Okay.
It's A-okay.
Thank
No
you for
problem.
that. So, Somewhere Over My Head just released earlier this month. How does it feel?
It feels good. I've been working on this EP for quite some time. I had kind of gone on a hiatus, like you mentioned before the interview. And so, yeah, I just kind of took some time to figure out a music direction where I wanted to go. And luckily, these guys behind us down there stood by me and waited for it. And so I'm all smiles now that the EP's out.
You have a great loyal fan base, and it's been receiving a lot of love. For those who have yet to hear it, what's your one-sentence pitch?
Man, wow, that's very tough. Okay, maybe I can't give it to you in one sentence, but I don't know. For anyone out there watching, and to just everyone, and my entire thing is, I'm a kid from Oklahoma, and I'm a songwriter, and fortunately, by the grace of the man upstairs, I've been able to do some really cool stuff with it. So, and I'm not that cool either. I try to dress like I'm cool, but it never works out so well. So I just write songs.
Sold. I think that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
That was way more than one sentence. I apologize.
That's fine. So, something I love about your music is that while your sound has evolved, it still remains very piano-based.
Yeah.
So how important is it for you to continuously incorporate this instrument into your song?
Well, I start every record or every song I write, it starts on the piano, which is what's fun about this show tonight in Seattle, is that the fans will be able to see the songs kind of in their bare bones stages when we first wrote them, to just to the keys. So it's everything to me. It's like a third arm. I can't go anywhere without a keyboard, and I certainly won't ever have a house without one in the corner of someone.
Is there one in your house in LA right now?
So I have a keyboard in LA, and then I'm spoiled back in Oklahoma. I have a grand piano in Oklahoma and an upright, which has been with me since a kid. But no, in LA, I had the keyboard, which gets a little dicey sometimes, so we get through it.
Hopefully get a piano one of these days, right?
Yeah, I'm going to have to, shove a grand piano up my stairs of the apartment in LA, but we'll figure it out.
Exactly. So, your last record was released in 2012. You took some time off. Now you're back doing press, performing live. Has that transition been come naturally to you, or do you still feel nerves before you hit the stage?
Yeah, I get nervous before everything, and even the smallest things too. Yeah, there's always a bit of a nervousness, before you go out and before you do a thing. But yeah, it's weird. When I started out in music, I was 12, 13. I was traveling around the world. I never left Oklahoma as a kid, and so I was seeing all these new places. And now it's interesting to revisit places now. Like even Seattle, the last time I played here was probably 3.5, 4 years ago. Now coming back to the city, I even feel a bit different. It looks a bit different too, and so things change. But yeah, to answer your question, I maybe side noted a bit. Yeah, I get really nervous before everything.
That's normal, right?
Yeah. Ringo Starr says he gets nervous before every gig, so if Ringo can do it, I feel fine doing it, yeah.
So you mentioned before that being signed to a big record label at such a young age put a lot of pressure on you as a young artist, so you took that time off and you were able to stay grounded, which can be difficult in the industry. It's so commendable that you were able to do that. So how did you do it, and now that you're back, do you think that time off was necessary for you mentally and as an artist?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of pressure. I was signed to a really, really big record label, and also to the fact being 13 too, when you're going through all that stuff. It was a lot of pressure. I think what was, I got dropped by my label when I was 15 in 2012. So at the time, that was a super negative thing for me. Kind of put me in a bad place. Now looking back, though, it was one of the best things to ever happen to me, because I kind of fell in love with music in a new way, right? So bringing it back all to the EP, these are songs that just felt good to me, that I wanted to write, that I felt like I needed to write. And I wasn't too worried about, is everyone going to like them? Is this magazine going to like them? Or is this thing going to like me or whatever? I just wanted to put out the music, So hindsight brings out all the best things. And it was a good thing for me, because I got to fall in love with music again.
And you're able to really find your own, and I think, have you kind of found your sound that you wanted going forward now with this latest release?
Yeah, I think so, and I think I'll continue to find it. I think people change, artists change, songwriters change. So, yeah, I think the piano will take me wherever I need to go as I get older.
Perfect. So, as mentioned, you are based in LA now. What is kind of like what's the biggest thing you miss about being back home?
Oh, what I miss about Oklahoma is the fried chicken. Los Angeles, you're slacking really, really hard. They don't, see, the thing in LA is that in LA, like, they make, it's honestly, like, I love California, but I truly do miss the fried chicken back home. They make it so complicated. You see, they want to, like, smoke the chicken first, and they want to add, like, some jasmine infused, like, vinegar, olive oil, and then they want to make it all fancy. You take the chicken, put it in the egg wash, put it in the flour, put it in hot oil, smoke a cigarette, look out at the Oklahoma skyline, eat your fried chicken. Don't smoke, kids, but eat fried chicken, all that stuff.
Nothing like back home, right?
Nothing like back home, no.
But you do visit home often when you can?
Yeah, I do. I try to go back a lot, yeah.
Visit your family, your friends, your dog?
Yeah.
Whiskey, right?
I have a dog. He's good. My parents are overfeeding him. He's pretty fat, but he's doing
Gotta
good.
take care of him when you get back.
Yeah, and I have a 1966 Mustang back home too, so I gotta tend to my baby as well.
Definitely miss those. So you said that iTunes new music page is where you love to find new artists.
Yeah.
Who are your top 2 finds using that source?
Oh wow. That's where I first discovered Alicia Cara, like right when Here came out. So that was a cool one. Let me think of who I found recently. I would say, man, I can't. Let me think about it. Well, I found the new James Blake album there, but I love James Blake. He probably would have been on the front page too. So I mean, a lot of artists I find there. I encourage everyone to get on that page and to look at it as much as possible.
Definitely. What are your plans for the rest of the year? Busy, I would assume.
Yeah, I'm actually we're doing a show in San Francisco tomorrow, and then I'm actually going to Asia here in 3 weeks to go visit some friends and fans across the water. And then I think the plan is just to keep on releasing music, keep on doing shows, and staying as busy as possible.
You have a documentary coming?
I do, yes. Within a matter of weeks, we're on the final editing stages of it. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I've been like tinkering away at it, but we're really excited about it, and it will tell the story from point A to now. So we're ready to get it out there.
Definitely a journey, right?
A very big journey, yes, for sure.
Do you think Canadian dates are coming anytime soon, or in the works?
I miss Vancouver a lot. It's one of my favorite cities, and even Toronto, Montreal, everything. So yeah, I need to make it up to Canada. I miss Tim Hortons too.
Nothing beats those Timbits and their coffee.
No, wait, Timbits?
Yeah, those donut holes.
Oh, see, I don't know the slang yet. I'm just like, Tim Hortons, that's where I need to go.
Lastly, if you could be any ice cream flavor, which would you be and
Wow.
why?
Toughest question. Really gonna have to soul search. I'd be Rocky Road for sure, because there's a lot to me. Maybe some surprises, like because when you take a bite, Rocky Road?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you take a bite of it, you're like, whoa, there's a marshmallow there.
And definitely a metaphor, right? You
Yeah.
could be like, my life was a bit of a rocky road.
She's got it. Yep, 1,000,000%.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Greyson, for taking the time to chat with us. We really appreciate it. Hope to see you up in Vancouver soon. Somewhere Over My Head is out now. Make sure you pick up a copy, and can you end things off with a message to your fans?
Yes. Everyone who's watching this and in Vancouver, it's Greyson Chance here. Thank you guys so much for the support. Hope you like the EP Somewhere Over My Head, and have a good night. Cheers.